maybe this one is a better one. Queen, yes! Well done! Hello guys, and welcome back to our save here with the Hamlet. It is episode 6. Let's get into it. Before we are talking about the game here in front of us, I have a new player to talk about. It is Anthony Papadopoulos, and he's a complete backup. I mean, absolute backup. I don't think he have played yet, so yeah, absolute backup. Also, we do have, what is his name? I think it is James. Yeah, James Clarkey. And he actually played this game, but yeah, again, completely backup. And I don't expect any of these guys to play much, but they are here on loan and they don't cost us anything. So, I mean, yeah. So the first game we need to talk about here out of 5 games is Dartford. They are sitting 18th in the league when we played them, and they probably should do a little bit better, to be honest. But yeah, a 3-0 victory away from home. Yeah, and these boys, they came out fighting. Absolute gun blazing the first 10 minutes like we have seen before from other teams. And yeah, to be honest, these firecrackers, they don't really last long, do they? They burn through all their fuel, and yeah, I don't think they got a really big chance against set piece specialists like us. So yeah, Mayunga with the first goal here. Pretty good one from a long throw. Or should I say, a long throw that turned into a cross, actually. So, strong hitter from the centre-back. Really good goal. Wing play sublime here from Candy and McQueen, finding each other nicely for a second goal after 21 minutes. Moore was coming on from the bench to finish it off in the overtime with a header from the corner. That is pretty much done deal, 3-0, closing it up. A bit of a dull match from our point of view. It was a very even game, actually. But you know what? 3-0, not to be scoffed about, right? It's not like they didn't have any chances. They just didn't take them. And we were just the most clinical team out there. So, pretty good win. FA Trophy, 5th round against Leamington. Leamington is actually in the same league as us. Well, not exactly. They are in the north. We're in the southern division of the Conference Nation Leagues or whatever it's called. So, but we are definitely the better team here, and we should win this. And we did a 2-1 victory. But it didn't really start that well. Again, a disappointing start here, allowing them a free header from an easy cross after 14 minutes. Not the best way to start the game. But thankfully, we turned it around after 25 minutes. Coming from actually a free kick from them, turned into a counter with a lovely run from McGregor, all the way from our own box area until he passed it forward to Green that finds Mill in the danger area. Well done, lads. That was a pretty good goal, actually. It might have started really badly, but well, just a couple of minutes later after that goal, we managed to find another goal from Mills. Of course, a header. What else? So there we go. Really good. And now we look like the better team, of course, after that. But it did get a little bit nervy near the end. They had like 15 minutes near the end where they actually had a couple of good shots on target. So you know, it's one of those games, and thankfully we managed to squeeze through and take the 7k pounds that this included this match, because you know what, when you're getting into the 5th round or 4th round of the trophy, there is a small amount of money, and you know what, I'll take it. I'll gladly take it, and we can move on from this and get into the next one. I think 10k next time, actually. And if we can manage to squeeze through a couple of these rounds and get some of the profit, then I'm okay with it. But I am still very much so more focused on the league. Another game in the league here, it is against Concord at home. They were sitting 15th in the league at the game when it started. And yeah, yet again, we go behind really early on after 14 minutes with an absolute blast of a long shot and a great follow-up. So there we go. It's a bit unlucky, I would say, but also not too well done by Taylor. Not you know, he looked very slow in this situation. So yeah. In the second half, I tried to change my tactic a little bit. Actually, probably 2 minutes before after I changed my tactics to, I don't exactly remember what. I think I went for extremely wide. They scored a second goal. I'm not sure if what I did actually had anything to do with this goal. looking back at this and analyzing a little bit on this game, I think we lost it because we are playing against a really, really hard low block system here. They played, if we're taking a look here in the, where is it? Where can we actually see their formation here? Oh, here it is. Nope, that's ours. There we go. So they're playing a 3-3-2-2 or whatever you want to call it, 5-2-2. And it's basically a low block with that defensive midfielder and 5 at the back. And they played very low. I mean, they played very low. And we just have a hard time finding space for either our wingers or hitters from Mills to deal with this. As you can see, they're defenders and defensive midfielder and winger, complete wingback over here. They did really well against us. So every time I'm playing a system like this, I'm kind of struggling. And, I should probably change my system up when we are seeing this formation against us, or 5 in the back against us. We should probably change it up. Right after that disappointment, I hope we were bouncing back, and as you can see here, we did, but it actually didn't. It wasn't as bad as it looks, because Bath also slipped up against Eastbourne Borough here. So Bath was sitting at the start of this game here, was sitting 5 points ahead of us at this time. So, we needed a win here, and we got it. I actually started this game with a little bit of a different formation. I believe we can see it here. A 4-2-4, I guess we can call it. And the main reason is I didn't have a shadow striker for this game. I needed, and also just trying something new. So McQueen was starting up top along with Mills here. He was playing in an advanced playmaker, or advanced striker role. So that kind of worked, because it left space for the wingers to run into, because the 2 central defenders of theirs had to deal with both McQueen and Mills, and that left space out wide. So it kind of worked, but it wasn't perfect. I definitely needed a shadow striker. But Mills was, of course, at the spot, bringing us the first goal after 11 minutes. A pretty good start from us, and an early start finally. That's really sweet to see. And also deservedly so, we got another goal from Green in the overtime of the first half here. So 2-0 up before halftime. That's pretty good. Actually, I don't think Eastbourne Borough had a single shot, not even not a single shot in the first half. So whatever I did formationally, or maybe they were just pretty poor in this game. I'm not sure, but they didn't have a shot in the first half. All their attempts came in the second half. So to no one's surprise, they kind of bounced back there with a goal in the 77th minute, and also that is after I took out Mills and Candy. So, again, taking off Mills and also one of our wingers, or maybe, I don't know what happened here, but they shouldn't have gotten as much out of this game as they did. But we managed to scrape by and actually get 3 points over the line, which was the most important thing after the 2-0 loss before. So there we go. Jay Cooper came in again on loan after a month gone. I tried to bring him in early on when we lost him back in January, or early in January. It's actually still January while we played this game. And he didn't want to come. Well, the team that have him, they wanted 350 wages for him, so we couldn't get him at that point. Month later, got him for free, so he came in straight into the system here again as a shadow striker, and he actually did well in this game, so nice to see that. But we did lose this game. Another very sloppy defending here from a cross, leading to a goal. Honestly, this is getting ridiculous with the crosses. These are personal player mistakes, nothing to do about them. But getting better players. So, it's sometimes you just have to say, well, what can I do about this goal? And they got another one here, this time from a wide free kick. Mayunga not winning his duel. Nothing to do here tactically from our point of view. I can't really do anything about it. It's like, well, he didn't win his header. What can I do? I mean, and it's not like they had a lot of chances, and it's not like they had a lot of highlights. Most of it came our way. We were just not clinical in this game. But we finally did get back into the game with our own cross into Candy at the far post here. So at least we got back into the game in the 62th minute. So there we go. But that ever was another highlight. So a very disappointing result here against Hungerford. And honestly, At this stage, I was thinking, well, that's probably our title dream crushed. I think the only positive we can take away from this is Cooper is back into our team, because Cooper is definitely a player we were missing, playing that other formation in the other game. You know what? It's annoying losing, and our form is definitely, going downhill from this point of view. So, but yeah, good to have Cooper back to maybe help us over the line. But I was really worried about after this game. Chelmsford at home, sitting 13th in the league. This was a game we should really win. But yet again, we got... it's like a broken record. But again, having an absolute sitter in the early stages of this game. Their first shot at all in the game. And yeah. I analyzed a little bit on this goal here, because it came through the midfield, and honestly, this guy in the midfield was so open, and both our midfielders actually had tighter marking on. Even the tactic at this point was tighter marking, and they just allowed him to no one was close to him, and they just allowed the ball through our mid. I don't really understand that, because at least one of our midfielders should be closer to him. They had possession for a long time while I think they had probably 10 passes before this happened. So they should be closer to him and not allow that easily, allowing him to get the ball, turn around, and then move it up to the next guy. It's a bit odd, and it's a bit annoying, and what can I say? Maybe the players are not good enough. It's hard to say. But thankfully, Mills pops up in the area again. It's actually not his goal. It's actually it's counting as an own goal. But you know what? I'm gonna give it to Mills here, because he deserves it. I am far from happy with this performance. We really needed a win here at home against mid-table team. This is the type of game you need to win to clinch the title, so to speak. And we didn't do it. So I think this is the last game of the highlights, and I'm pretty sure now that we are not going to win the league this season. We might go up through the playoffs, but I don't believe anymore that we can... We are just been a little bit too inconsistent in the last 5-6 games to keep up with Bath. So taking a look at the table here after these games have been played, well, we got 57 points, which is honestly pretty good. We are actually still looking pretty good, but Bath is still 5 points ahead of us, and we still need to play them ourselves, but we need them to slip up, and we need to find some better consistency. But they slipped up as well. They lost 2 times, so there is still a chance, but I am not that hopeful anymore. I have a feeling that our form might not get back to as good as it was early on in this season. Also, Oxford City is definitely breathing in our necks here with only 1 point behind us, and they are looking very consistent right now. So we might even drop down to a 3rd place. A small update from the finances here. We are still almost 200k in the plus, and we're spending a little bit less in the wages actually, but still we're looking quite all right here. I would have thought we would have been almost in the minus now, to be honest, when we are talking non-league teams. But it seems like we are just stable because of all the attendances at our games at home. So thank you, fans. I also want to go over our tactic here, because I'm going back. This is version 22, but whatever. We are going back to something. Let's just say it is a more simple tactic. I've taken out most of the things we were playing on before. We had like what is it called? Get stuck in, use tighter marking, defensive width down here, stuff like that. Also in positioning here, we were playing for play for set. I could put in play for set pieces again, to be honest. But I've taken out everything that I'm not sure how worked. I'm not sure how well it actually worked, and just leaving in the things that I think is quite all right to leave in. And my reasoning for this is, especially in non-leagues, you often see, and I have also done this very often, you often see players on YouTube go even more complex when things are not doing right. They're changing a whole lot and then trying something really complex for the players to play. If you do that for non-league teams, even for better teams, you often see it go even from bad to worse. So I'm going to go in the opposite direction, because from what I have learned over the 25 years I played this game, if you go more simple, you usually will get back to some kind of stability. And after our let's go in here actually in the schedule page, because we can see here our form is definitely dropping in the last 4 games. We are not scoring too many goals, and we are letting in too many goals. So we're going back to something a little bit more simple that we used to play up here in the early stages of the season. So that's my main reason to do so. Now, another thing I want to talk about when it comes to tactics is actually, throughout days that I have played this now, I'm thinking ahead of time here, kind of trying to figure out a tactic for the future. We can play it now. I mean, this is a tactic with an insane amount of instructions, and also a very, very hard one to execute for the. So we need this is probably 3-4 seasons out in the future, but I'm gonna slowly and steadily trying to implant it into the game and change it around accordingly to what I see in friendlies and stuff like that when I can actually play it, because I can't play it right now in our competitions in the league and the cups. The players would not be able to play this, but I'm just showing you this just to so you got an understanding of what I'm doing in the background because this is a very, very simple tactic, but we need to work into something more, a little bit more strict and a little bit more tactical in the future. But we need better players. This is probably more like League One Championship level kind of tactics, where the players are a little bit better and understand the instructions they are given. All right, we got this game against Billericay. They are sitting still sixth in the league, and this is gonna be a tough one, I think. For more than one reason. Because we're in poor form, of course. And of course, we're going back to a more simple tactics. Hopefully, that's going to be helpful. Another thing, Mills is out with an injury. That is going to be tough, leaving him out. It's the first game he's actually not starting in, if I'm not mistaken. He's been scoring 40 goals also. I mean, that's insane. So we're missing out on our goal scorer. Dean Moore he got to start in, man. There's no option here. I don't want to. I can't really do anything else. I mean, he's an okay player, but he's not fit. I mean, he's not fit at all. He's absolutely not sharp. And my problem with these guys not being fit is we are not getting any friendlies for our under 19 squad, and I should probably have worked a little bit better on that, and I will work a little bit better on that for the future, because they can definitely play for the under 19s, if I'm not mistaken. I had to look up on the rules actually, but we only have under 18s and under 19 squads, so we don't have a reserve squad. That means maybe they're not allowed to play in these games, and therefore we are lacking with sharpness when they need to come in. But yeah, for this game, this is pretty much the setup. Charlie G, Bob, Mayunga, Holland. Actually, I don't know what happened here, but there we go. Mayunga are on the left side of the central defense. Blackman, McGregor, same deal here. I don't know, maybe, that's probably because we were doing the other tactic before and they changed them around. Whatever. Green, Cooper, McQueen, and then Moore up top. This is a big game. If we lose this one, I'm okay with the draw here because we are away from home against a pretty tough opponent. But if we lose this one, then it's gonna be a top 3 and not a top 2, and definitely not a top 1. So, but if we win it, we still have a chance, especially with Bath is gonna slip up. So let's get into this game. So the recent form is decent, and we are inconsistent. So I don't know what to say about that really. They lost their last game, so at least we got that, and they're playing a 4-3-3 defensive midfield wide. I think we're okay against that. It's not something we are really poor against. So let's get into the team talk here, and hopefully we can do something good here, because we kind of hands on hips. I think we should show everyone. I don't know about that. No. I want to win. Enjoy the match. Let's go for this one. They didn't like it. Whatever. It's the first time I've chosen that, I think. I don't think I've seen that before when we're talking about positionings and stuff like that. So, who knows? But yeah, what are we playing on here? Are we playing on key highlights? Okay, we'll do key highlights for this one. Pretty good chance there, but didn't manage to find the correct header. It seems like we're very dominating here from the early stages of the game. So I guess going back to what we a little bit, of an easier tactic for them to play. It might do us well. It's definitely looking good right now. Oh god, a free kick, very good positioning for a free kick here for them. What's this guy doing? Well done by Charlie G there. I think that was actually a pretty good save because that was on target and it was going for top bins. So that's pretty good. Let's see if they get something here. No, a pretty good tackle there from one of our dudes. I didn't really see who it was. I should probably get rid of it. Actually, I like playing with this on when I'm not doing well. Ooh, look at that. Hold on. Look at how many shots they all of a sudden got. And it's all of a sudden, it's a very, very even game. We are in possessioning. Passes completed, 93%. Yeah. We are playing a lot more wide than they are. They are very... but it's still a pretty... We are not really getting... See, I think we need to change things here because we're not getting into the final third here. And I think we could with 53% possessioning. Or 59? Was it 59? Very, very high. Just have to think about it here because it's 30 minutes and we haven't seen a highlight except from that first header for us. And that was from a set piece. See, pass into space. That should work. That should work. Actually, let's try and sit a little bit narrower because that often, I think when we're sitting narrower, it also makes them sit just a tiny bit more narrow and that leaves space for our wingers that usually will stay out wide even when we're playing narrow. I think that should be all right to do. Counter, no, we are not really going to counter them because we are having the ball for the most part. So, no. What about higher lines, maybe? Defensive, no, I don't really, I mean, yeah, we could do that, but I don't feel like it. I think maybe just narrow could be enough. Play out of defense, not really. I'm not seeing it. You know what? Let's try higher tempo. Let's see if we can take them under tempo because we're already having 93% passes completed. If we can bring that down a little bit, but take a little bit more risk in going higher tempo, that might completely change the game. Maybe for the better, maybe not. We'll probably really quickly see that. So let's continue and see what happens here in the statistics, and maybe we see changes really quickly, or maybe not. Not really anything. A corner for them. Jesus, that was close. Cooper, can he do a counter here? It's gonna go no. No, we are not looking good, honestly. We haven't seen a single highlight. It is key highlights. We don't see a lot of highlights, but that might be a good ball for Moore. Okay. Yeah. Really good job by Moore. Green. Back to Friel, into green again. Can we find white? Yes, we found space here because we are playing narrowly. And then into, it should have been a better cross here from Bob. Maybe this one is a better one. Queen, yes! Well done. Well done. I mean, it was a little bit messy, but you know what? I'll take it for sure. McQueen popping up with a goal. And a pretty good cross from Bob the second time around. Not the first time. That was a pretty poor cross. Actually, it's not a poor cross. There's just no one on the front post. But the second one here, what a lovely cross that is. But McQueen doing the movement to actually find the space to get this goal. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Maybe what I did worked because we definitely saw a more narrow kind of situation here for this goal. So, I mean, that's a pretty good XG for that goal. Still a little bit concerning that they are getting this many chances where we are not really, we're just flatlining. But at least we saw this chance after our change, not long after our change. So maybe we should just continue with what we are doing here. But still, it's not great, but we do know we are playing against one of the better teams in the league. So just getting this goal is very important. So I think we are just continuing with what we have here and what we changed. Point fingers? No, we are definitely pumping fist. I think we need to show everyone for their praise is justified. Put on a real show out there. They kind of liked it. Okay. Some of them seem more motivated. I'll take it. But we need to be still careful here. We need to change things if things are not going our way, that's for sure. But so far, so good. We get a long throw here. Ooh, I'm not sure how that dropped down to one of our guys, but it did. So it was actually a pretty good chance. We could take Candy on for green, but let's see that. Nope. See, without Mills, we are not really that great in the air. My younger is pretty great in the air, but without Mills, we are struggling for the set pieces. So just being ahead here is pretty good. But it seems to be it's just a very even game, which I was thinking it would be. But you know what? Being ahead is very important. I think I'm gonna take. Holland is not doing well here in terms of his, and he's also on a yellow. That is a little bit concerning. We do have Taylor on the bench, actually. I think we should do this. If we get a red card here, that would be... And also, his condition is not great, and Taylor is... He's a little bit nagged, actually. But I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Danny Mills, we could bring on Danny Mills, but... I don't know. I think Moore needs a little bit more time here. Probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because Mills is also a little bit nagged after the last match. So I think we're just going to move on with Moore up there, and also with our tactic here, going a little bit more higher tempo and also narrow, which is interesting. I mean, it looks like we are doing all right. I mean, we are in front, so of course we're doing all right. That's a pretty good chance for Cooper here, maybe. Come on, Cooper. Can you find a cross into Moore, into green? Oh, ping-ponging. But I'll take the goal for sure here. Green with a header. That's not very often that happens, but what a great way to... and a counter-attack, nonetheless. Maybe the higher tempo came into the play here. I don't know. Definitely not the narrow play. The narrow play had nothing to do with this, but pretty great by Green. That was an interesting goal. Not often you see something like that. A blocked shot from Moore that turned into a header from Green. That's interesting. Okay, 75 minutes passed and 2-0. I mean, I can't complain too much. McQueen seems... Both Green and McQueen is kind of nagged now. I think Candy should probably come on for one of them. I'm not sure who. He's complacent, but you know what? Just to save a bit of condition on one of them, let's put on Candy on the left side. Don't really want to use Mills if I can avoid it here. I'd rather have him sit on the bench for the whole match, and we can do that now when we're 2-0 up. We could make... Let's actually wait just 5 to 10 minutes with the last sub here, in case an injury happens or something like that. So let's just move on with Candy coming on. I mean, this game turned around really big for us. I couldn't have written a better story here, to be honest. 2-0 against a pretty big opponent after a pretty poor form. Ooh, we might have a better chance here. McGregor with the free kick. Let's see if we can bring it to 3-0. Come on, McGregor. He's a pretty good set piece taker. Nah, that's piss poor. That's piss poor. Well, we didn't actually use our third sub. I'm okay with it. Maybe because I'm often using extended highlights and I usually have a little bit more time to do things. Forgot about our third sub. I mean, 2-0 away from home against Billericay. Pretty good. Who? Mayunger taking the player of the match. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And also Charlie G with 7.4. So he probably did a couple of good saves we didn't see. And also 2 saves that we did see. So yeah, pretty good performance except from Moore and Cooper. But yeah, overall, brilliant game for us. So Oxford actually here, if we were taking a look at the league, Oxford have played their game and they didn't win, it seems. Or... Oh, actually, they actually played before us. So, so we're 4 points ahead of them. Bath are going to have a game against Dorking at home, but Dorking is not a bad team. So, I think we're going to simulate and see if they manage to beat Dorking here, because it's getting a little bit interesting now with the league table, isn't it? So, as it turns out, Bath's game against Dorking is actually after our next game. So, I think we're going to play this game, and it is actually in the FA Trophy 5th round against Kidderminster. Kidderminster is in the... actually, I don't know what positioning they're in, but they are in the Northern League. So, same league as us, and they are mid-year predicted 9th, and they are 4th. So, this could be a pretty hard game for us to beat in the FA Trophy here. But let's get into it, because I don't think Bath is playing before after this game, if I'm not mistaken. Same day, but after us. So, yeah, we can see it right here, I think. No, this is only the trophy. But if we're going over to schedule, no, that is our schedule. If we're going into the league, and actually just go into Bath and go into their schedule, because I think they're playing after. I really want to see what they're doing here against. They are playing at 15. Yeah, the 12th. Yeah, 15. So, and for you guys that don't know what 15 is, that's 3 p.m. All right. So let's get into the tactical aspects of this game, because I think this episode can definitely use a second game. No worries. I more likely than not, I'm not gonna listen to any of this. But if I do listen to anything, it is usually the opposition instructions. I tend to very often take this, but all the other things, I don't really care. I'll rather make my own assumptions inside the games instead of listening to this. I don't even think it's a good. I rarely see them as really good advices. Even the opposition instructions are probably not the best, but I let them do that. I let them do that for the most part. So who are we going to play this game? Well, Charlie G is injured. I think we're going to let him play. I don't want to let this guy Henry Molly play. I trust Charlie G quite a lot compared to probably what I should, because he's not that great. He's okay, but he's not great. But definitely deserves another season if we're going to stay down in this league. If we're going up, I probably need another goalkeeper. But who are we going to play? I think Taylor is coming in again here. Unless, actually, Holland is on low injury risk. So I think we're keeping Taylor out. I think we need to make a couple of different changes here. Dayton, I keep calling him Dayton. Dayton, I think he's coming on here. And I think, actually, I should set this personalized and put it to, no, not there. Put it to advanced, or inverted winger maybe. Let's try inverted winger, why not? He could do something with an inverted winger maybe. But advanced playmaker is actually more his type. But let's try inverted winger, why not? Sitting a little bit narrow anyway, and letting maybe Blackman come up and do the crosses instead. Who else? Cooper, yeah, I think I need him to play actually. We could play James Clark, but this is a tough game, and it's 10k pounds here to play for, and also, of course, getting further into the trophy. Green, yeah, we are starting with Candy. We're gonna start with Candy in. Moore is starting. You know what? Let's start with Danny Mills. That's or more. We could also allow Moore here to get a little bit more fit. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Where do we have it? Mills for Moore. Leaving Moore Mills on the bench, and a little bit lacking, but Friel is also a little bit injury risk here. Playing Timlin, sure, why not? And let McGregor do the box-to-box because he's just a beast. I think that's okay. I'm not going to play any of the really obscure players that we don't... Yeah, these guys that I brought in on loan very much back up. I think that's okay. I mean, I don't feel... I'm actually going to go with the high tempo and narrow play here. There we go, version 23. So let's get into this match and see how it goes. See, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this name. I've heard it before, commentators say it and stuff, but is it Kineminister? I think it is. But they're playing the same system as us, and they are also inconsistent, so I don't know what to expect from this game. Probably... You know what? I'm going to predict a 1-1 or 2-2. That's what I'm going to predict here. Hands together, hands in pocket. I believe I said that we are going for extra time if it is going to be a draw. So that wouldn't be nice. I would rather either lose or win this game instead of going into extra time, actually. I should actually not go for extra time. I should just allow a new game to be played instead to also generate more money. And also allow a little bit of fitness coming back. Because going into extra time, that's not good for our boys. If you carry from last performance into this match, we will do well. Yeah, that's... 3 guys got motivated, so yeah, I'll take that. Hopefully Cooper can do a little bit better than he has done in the last 2 games, to be honest. Hopefully so, to deserve his, second comeback for us. Let's just remove that and let's watch the game here. Candy, is this a... 15 seconds. There we go. 15 seconds. What on earth happened here? Timlin, Cooper finding the ball over to Candy. And Candy doing really well. Really, really well, finding more in the box. That was a really sweet goal. 15 seconds in, or 18 seconds in. Holy moly. I'm speechless here. That was great. That was great, man. And I think especially from Cooper, he didn't get the rating for it, but that was pretty sweet from him. That through ball over to Candy, that was really good. But of course, Candy probably that movement and then cutting it back into more. That was really great. But it seems like a pretty even game so far. Kind of. Not sure. Okay, Bob with a free kick here into McGregor. Back to Holland. Timlin. He's not playing a lot, Timlin, but when he is, he seems to be doing okay. That's a decent cross, I guess. Candy. Another cross. And, that goalkeeper is all over the place this year. That was close to a big drop. Okay, this might be actually their highlight. They can cross it here. Ooh. Another cross. Yeah. Oh, well done by Mayunga. Are they going to get a long shot maybe instead here? No, over the top. That should be offside, to be honest. It's not. Someone was getting him onside. Let's see this again. It looked very narrowly here. It seems like, for me, it looked like an offside, but let's see. Well, the line is pretty good. I can't really say anything about that here. But let's see, when he passes it here. No, he's not offside. Mayunger and Holland is still moving forward. Bob is hanging a little bit, but that's not really the reason here. I think it's Mayunger and Holland just seeing this way too late. No one's mistakes, really. Yeah, they see, well, it's halfway there before they actually turn around. And this guy, well done by him, I would say. And also well done by this Ravenhill. That's a really good goal, actually. I haven't seen too many of these types of goals where our line are this good and he doesn't have a lot of room, man. This has to be a pinpointed ball for him to score this goal. That's a very interesting goal. And also just, pinging it over our goalkeeper as a first touch. What a absolutely brilliant goal from him. Wow. That was a tough one to do. Actually, I want to see this guy. Where is he? This guy, 6.3. How is he 6.3 when he just scored? Oh, we can't see him, of course, but he might be a really, really good player. I don't know him. I don't remember him. He played in Wrexham. Okay. I don't remember. I mean, I can't remember all players, but I should remember a name like this, Jordan Ponticelli. He's probably a big player in real as well. But he came from Coventry. Well, actually not, but he played for Coventry. Don't remember him. But that was a lovely goal by him. Really nice to see something like that in the match engine, because I haven't seen too many of those. And it is, of course, against us. But you know what? My score prediction is... yeah, and then both teams are going to score one goal in the next half as well, I guess. But they only really had that chance. We had a couple of small chances, but nothing really big. Well, actually, this one was a big chance in the first 15 seconds. So, yeah, an even game. Yeah, and this goal, I mean, brilliant goal by them. Can't really complain too much about our lads not dealing with it. It was just a pinpointed, an absolutely insane pinpointed cross or through ball, actually. You're doing well. Yeah, I think they're doing well, actually. I think we're doing okay here. Can't really say anything else, I think. Candy's doing well. Moore's doing well because of the... and McGregor's doing well in the box-to-box. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. We could lose this. We could win this. It could be a draw. It's just an even game here. And I don't really want to change anything, to be honest. I think we're doing okay. We are up against someone who is also pretty good. So, you know, it's okay. They're sitting pretty narrowly. We are also sitting narrowly because, yeah. But maybe we should try to find a little bit more space for... I think Dayton should probably... Yeah, he's... you know what? It's going to go into extra time here, isn't it? I want to save a couple of our subs here, because if it's going into extra time, we definitely need the subs. But let's see who is not doing too well here. Cooper is not doing too well. I don't agree with that, actually. That first ball into Candy, that is deserving of at least 7.0. So Holland, but okay, we haven't seen how he played the rest of the game, but whatever. So Dayton, okay, he's fit. So, well, he's not fit, but his condition is okay. So I think we're just... Is there any game changers? Danny Mills is a game changer. You know what? Let's do that, actually. He could find a goal in the last 15 minutes. He could. Just bringing him on. He could definitely find... If we get a set piece or two, you know what? That could be enough. So let's just bring that game changer on, and maybe we win by just doing that. Otherwise, we have him for the extra time here. Nothing. I'm not going to make the subs before the extra time then. Just going to let it play out here. Kidderminster seems to be doing a little bit better here near the end. Maybe. This is a complete 50-50 game, man. Are we going to make any subs directly here? Probably going to make some subs. But let's go with point fingers and say, keep working hard. They loved it. Great to see. Let's go into tactics here, because I've 2 seconds in. We have a couple of people that definitely need to come over here. Cooper, he's done for, man. He's done. But do we have anyone that can play in there? Yeah, Dayton could play in there for a little bit. He's not done yet. Cooper out for... I think McQueen could come in and actually do something here. Bob, nah, he's gonna... Yeah, it doesn't look good, but I don't really have anyone for him to come off. I'm gonna keep with what we have here. I'm gonna tell... I'm probably gonna tell... Actually, get into tactic here. I'm probably gonna tell Bob and Blackman they need to relax a little bit on the tackles here, because they are on yellows. If we get a red here, that would be pretty horrendous. Ease off tackles. Confirm changes. Let's see. They got a corner. Oh, no, it's not a highlight. Sometimes when you get out of the tactic and sub screen, it looks like a highlight, but it's not. It's just, showing the match in the background. So there we go. I don't like what I'm seeing here in terms of them having the possession. I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go cautious here, and I'm also gonna go down and actually we should probably stay in the high tempo, but I'm gonna change from the narrow to wide. I'm gonna try and see if I can counter them. I'm gonna see. Yeah, let's try and go for the counter here, because they definitely have the momentum right now. I mean, if we get a goal in this extra time, I think it's going to be hard for them to come back then. So we're going to try something. I mean, if we lose, we lose. It's not a big deal. Ooh, no, that was not a highlight. Okay. We should probably go for our third. I don't know what I did. I unpaused it again. I didn't meant to do that, but yeah, fair enough. Second half of the extra time is on its way. Who do we have? Friel, Green. I think Friel is coming on. I think we could do something with him. At least just having a fresh body in the midfield could definitely do something for us when we are on counter attack. So let's try that. See how it goes. But I'm not. If we can get to the penalty here, I think that's probably our best deal, because they've been the better team in the second half, and especially in the extra time as well. So it looks like we are going into our first penalty of FM22. Also, my first penalty in FM22. Yeah, it is. Full time. Or are we going to get a new match? I don't know. I think it's a new match, actually. I think we are going to get a new match. Yeah, sympathize with the team. Sure. It must be a new match then. Or... I'm confused. No, it's okay. It's gonna be another match. Fair enough. But of course, the main reason we played that match was actually to get Bath to play their match, and they did win their match, so they are still 5 points ahead of us. Yeah, Dorking should have done a little bit better. What about Oxford? Oh yeah, they already played their match, so we're looking okay. Let's take a look at the schedule here before to find out when we are coming back. I don't care about this game. It's not important. It's not really that important to me. It's 10k, of course, but you know what? I'm probably gonna pick a pretty poor team here and just crash out and concentrate on the league instead. So I think we're gonna come back for the Bath game. It makes a lot of sense. It's how many games away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games away. So a little bit longer than normal, but I think that Bath game could be. I mean, the Sloth as well. Nah, they're actually not doing that well. I'm either gonna come back for Sloth and then do a double Sloth Bath episode and jump over Concord in between, or I'm just coming back for Bath. It all depends on how the game's developed, to be honest. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will come back for the next episode where we are getting into the late stages of this season. So see you around, boys.